Hi Aries, welcome, it's Meredith. I am here with, dramatic pause, a love reading. I know. I don't normally do these. However, I've been asked quite a bit recently to offer up a love reading. So that's what we're up to. And in the spirit of that, I decided to watch some of my favorite YouTubers and their love readings. And from watching theirs, I started to contemplate, if I were to ask for a love reading, how would I like that to go? What would that look like for me? What would I want to know, right? So this half of the reading over here on the left is all about you, Aries. And this half of the reading over here is all about your person, your potential person, whatever your situation is. These cards are dedicated to your person. And then the cards in the middle come from the tarot, and their message is all about what's in the energy atmosphere of love for Aries. This is a timeless reading, so no date, no time. It's for whenever you decide to watch it. And here we go. Let's jump right in. So the first two cards for you are from the Romance Angels Oracle deck. I simply asked the angels, guides, what they would like to share with you about your love atmosphere through the oracle cards. And your first card is trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Now, what could the situation be? Are you having some inner dialogue that sounds a lot like vulture thoughts or your ego? I wonder if, I wonder how, I wonder why. And then there's some undermining quality to it. I wonder if this person feels the same way I do. I wonder why I don't know. What more can I do? On and on. You know what that sounds like, right? We've all been there. We've all done it. And the cards are saying trust. And what does it mean to trust? It means to trust your own heart. So you show up in the fullness, the wholeness of you, and you offer 100% of what you have. You will not ever be disappointed in making that offer of you, because you do it purely, and you do it with strength, and you do it with courage. So always trust yourself is the message I have there. And I love what comes next for you. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. How beautiful is that? So trust true love. Trust your own true love. The relationship you have to yourself. We are always going to start there on this channel. When we talk about a love relationship, it begins with you. Your inner landscape, your inner depth, your sphere of influence, your broadcast. Because it is all of that energy that has you doing a beautiful dance with someone else. And this is what you bring to the table. And my guides are saying that's not anything to ever be apologetic about. Bring your fantastic you. Trust that. And that's true love. Bring the true love of you always. And you can't help but vibrate to another person who does something similar. And that creates an interdependent relationship. And that's how we'll talk about relationship here on the channel. It's not about codependence. You can look that one up. If you're uncertain about what that means, look it up. And then look up interdependence. But interdependence means that you bring your fully realized self in the now to the relationship, to the connection. It means that you're independent, free-spirited, you have your free will, and you are choosing deliberately to share in togetherness with another interdependent individual, right? That's what's happening here. And that's the frequency in which you trust true love, because that's what you have to offer. It can't help but be mirrored back to you, right? Let's see about your person. Okay. Remain calm. Your person's on retreat. But retreat means, well, it says here, it's time to disconnect from the world. And what I take from that is that this card is all about retreating into quality share, quality togetherness, quality connection with one another in an uninterrupted way. And so that's what the retreat card is about. So go on retreat with your person if possible. However you make that happen, no matter what your situation is, find a way to be uninterrupted so that you can turn off the technology. Well, you might actually need the technology to create this in some scenarios, but it comes down to having that one-on-one together. And it's part of the building blocks of your relationship. And this card is saying now is a ripe environment for creating that kind of experience with your person. So your person is looking forward to that. And they also have heart-to-heart conversations. Yeah, because sometimes you have to go on retreat with one another to have the heart-to-hearts, to have uninterrupted time with one another. So honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Great communication. So it's time for some heartfelt connection. Share the good feels with one another. Make a way for that to happen, to unfold. And I also feel that this is something that is calling both of you to happen a little bit more frequently. Okay. Next set of cards comes from a Soul Journey deck. All the decks will be listed in the description box for you if you're curious about them. You can look them up there. But I pulled cards here shuffled out cards for what is unfolding in your soul journey. Because how does that contribute to your relationship, right? So what's going on for you? You have imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Yeah. Rich imagination, you're full of creative ideas, that's wonderful, and you're being encouraged to pursue them because, you know, this adds spice to your connection and relationship too. When you're fulfilling the expression of your imagination, then you have that much more to share with your person. So if you, Aries, I'm sensing a theme here that maybe you haven't been able to dedicate an energy investment in a way that you truly enjoy in your imagination or in this quality time with your person. So the cards are kind of giving you a nudge to say, make space, make way, make the offer to your person, and do this imagination play work with your own self. I think this is in the Pisces reading too, but pull the serious plug. It's time for some fun. Play, playfulness, laughter, joy, connection, uninterrupted connection, and celebrate that. And then your next card is, interestingly enough, the blame card. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Yeah. You know, you are responsible for nurturing all other aspects of yourself, and that's what it is to participate in an interdependent relationship. You don't blame the other person for what you perceive to be shortcomings, disappointments, and expectations that are unfulfilled. It's not their fault. This is life journey work, energy investment work for you to do with you. So my sense of it, Aries, is that you may have had your nose to the grindstone in some way, and you've got some tunnel vision. You got to look up from that and really celebrate your imagination and be certain that you are not holding yourself accountable to an energy that is not fully expressed in self-responsibility. You can't assume responsibility for other people's stuff, their way of being, their behavior, the things they say, and nor can you project onto them things that are not fulfilled for you. So if there's any of that going around right now for you, you require unconditional love from your own self, and you require a little bit of space to do some get real healing work with yourself as well. Okay? But yes, unconditional love and compassion for yourself if you have found yourself in a blaming situation, whether you've been blamed or you're blaming someone else or both. Uh, cut that cord, stop that energy right there, and do it with unconditional love and compassion. Use your imagination, get real with yourself, be honest with yourself, and be honest with the people you know, love, and trust the very most. Let's see what's going on in the soul journey work for your partner. They are working on forgiveness energy. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So, you know, your person may have found themselves in a blame situation. You may have had a bit of a disagreement with your person even, and forgiveness is for you. They know that too. Forgiveness is for themselves. So let's do that kind of work. Let's let go of any type of resentment and come back to heart space. Talk it out. Maybe that's what the retreat's about. And then your person also has discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Yeah. They've got a can-do spirit, which is wonderful. And they may be feeling slightly challenged at the moment, and their environment may be slightly challenging at the moment. Certainly we all find ourselves in unusual circumstances these days. So having an inner self-discipline for self-care, self-nurturing, self-relationship, really important. So whatever water has passed under the bridge here, take a time out together, have a great conversation, talk about your true love, have your heartfelt conversations, and elevate this energy here. Beautiful. All right, next we have cards from the Mystic Moon Oracles. And these cards indicate more subtle energies that are in the atmosphere that you may or may not be noticing. And oh, this is perfect. I love this. Shadow work. Exactly. And that may be going on for both of you. You may be taking a look at your shadow side, and perhaps some words were exchanged, or some uncomfortable energetic feels were, you know, just out there in the atmosphere. And now is the time to come back together, retreat, come together, have some uninterrupted time, and discuss it for both of you, because that will lead to a letting go of any resentments, any blame, and, you know, then you can get back to the joy of your imagination and celebrating your true love. And then your next card is Divine Masculine. So this is a take action type of energy. This isn't a passive receptive energy. It's time for you to take action on what shadow work you've been doing in your divine masculine self. Let's see about your partner. Communication is their first card. Yes. So the message repeats all the way through the reading. Communication is key for you and your person, because he or she wants to talk about union, your connection. My sense here is that the energy is amplified within your relationship, Aries, and you find yourselves on a brand new foundation, and that requires communication. And perhaps some words were exchanged that were not necessarily productive, and they could have come out of some fears, old belief programming, whatever. Vulture thoughts, ego business. It's time for the two of you to clear that deck and talk about this new energetic foundation you find yourselves on. You've gone deeper. That's the truth of it. There's a true love here. You trust one another. You trust yourself. You want to express from your heart. So trust that the relationship can support that kind of expanding depth, and go for it. All right, let's see what the tarot has to say about the energy atmosphere of love for Aries. Look at this. Your first card, Ace of Cups. Oh my goodness. That is the divine and cosmic gift of pure, loving bliss and happiness overflowing into your life. Do you trust? Can you trust that this really is true love? The Ace of Cups is a confirmation card. You've offered up your true love, and it is being offered back to you. Yeah, and then the next card is the Six of Cups. This is, in the minor arcana, this card reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune. There is a divine delivery to this card. And it's also called the soulmate card. So you can trust that this person is of a soulmate quality. You are of a soulmate quality to this person. So these cards, the tarot cards, are absolutely confirming that your relationship, your connection, can support this level of sharing. Then we have the Knight of Cups carrying the Ace of Cups. Isn't that beautiful? So there's an offer here. And it's coming out of some sort of... Intuitively, it feels like it comes out of some kind of recovery. Now, this could be recovery from prior relationships, could be recovery from whatever this blame and forgiveness situation is going on here in the reading. But there's a new energy being offered. You have the Ace of Cups here. You have the soulmate card. That's the Ace of Cups to the power of 6. And then you have the Ace of Cups being carried by the Knight. So your love connection is on the move. The expansion within the relationship is broadening. It's deepening. And my feeling is, out of these heartfelt conversations over here, a new offer within the relationship gets made. Then we have, oh, this is perfect. We have the Death card. I love that because it speaks to transformation and transition between the two of you, Aries. So it's simultaneous endings and beginnings. It's the Scorpio card. And it's fantastic in this position because, as I was saying, the energy has ascended. It is of a higher quality and of an exceptional depth. And the two of you have yet to really speak on it together. And the energy atmosphere is inspiring this kind of conversation. So go for it, because your next card here is the Ten of Cups. This is one of the happiest cards in tarot, and you can see what the maturity process is here in the tarot cards themselves. We start with the Ace, we move to the 6, that's development, that's deepening in soulmate relationship, which creates a whole new offer, which creates a transformation transition. And it's a conversation that has to be had because the expansion within the relationship is so deep that it's creating a Ten of Cups life experience. This is one of the happiest cards in tarot. It's happiness, satisfaction, fulfillment, all good things. Ace of Cups overflowing to the power of 10 with love, bliss, joy, right? This is what's being created, Aries. Your next card is the Hanged Man. Enlightenment. Yes, you have been enlightened in a variety of ways up to and including this reading. So the Hanged Man is a pause in the action. And I feel like the pause is at its end. It is now time for action. You've got divine masculine energy over here too, which is a direct energy. It's time to move the energy forward. So you're coming out of this pause of contemplation. You've been deep in your imagination. It has brought you enlightenment. And now it's time to move into your Ten of Cups, because you now have the Eight of Coins, which is doing the work of your soul. The next steps involve communicating about your divine union. So beautiful. And then your last card here is the Six of Coins. This is the card of giving and receiving. It embodies the spirit of reciprocity. And I find this a beautiful message too. Just in and of itself, this card alone is reassurance that you are not just giving to a void where you do all the giving and there's very little reciprocity. There is absolute reciprocity in this connection, in this true love that you offer. The true love is absolutely reciprocated for you. What a beautiful message, Aries. Thank you so much for watching. Do like, share, subscribe here on the channel. Check out the daily messages, the monthlies, and let me know if the love reading is something you'd like to see a little bit more of here on the channel. Peace, love, joy, happiness. Namaste. Bye for now.